What up YouTube, it's your boy Sleep back with another video, and today we're reacting to Jay-Z is begging for relevance. Listen gang, I've seen everything bro. We've been gone for a couple of days and a lot has happened in a couple of days, but I've seen it, trust me. He came at the boy, it's crazy gang. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna hold you, he might want to sit this one out buddy. But we gonna get into that though. But before we do, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side and always go out, like the video, hype the video. Now let's see what this video is hitting for. Let go.
What's poppin', y'all? We just had a volcano erupt. It looks like it might melt the ice, which is Drake coming out, dissing everybody, coming back for head tops on Iceman. But Jay-Z, just the other night at the Roots picnic, comes and disses a ton of people. So we're going to cover a little bit of the micro, but I want to focus on the macro. So we're going to talk about who he dissed, some of the bars that he dropped, and then talk about how I think this all comes together. So he was doing a freestyle at Roots Picnic where he was set to headline. And first off, the first person he dissed was none other than Gilly, the podcaster.
You want me to keep it real with you, or you want me to lie to you? Keep it a buck. I said the Rock Nation brunch ain't of nothing but Jay-Z putting a bunch of on the lawn and then going in the back door and saying, I told you I still run this Give me the money. Wow. You think I'm letting it use my brand? Huh? See, rich shit like this. Yeah, you turn to that. I got this Russell in them. I ain't there yet. But I be seeing the rich shit like this. You know, they get a little money, they cross their legs. That's all this is, man. Let's keep it real. I'm not
gonna hold you. The way it do be looking like Jay-Z do be the face, or he be like the person that they use to try to get people to come through. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like the Super Bowl, you feel me? I forgot what else I was gonna say. There was another example too, but it slipped my mind, so we're just gonna get past it.
I agree with 26 major brands. You think
Super
I don't know
Bowl.
what brand it is? Come on, we don't.
He's gonna take credit for the bunch too.
Vodka, Manscaped, Harrier razors, Roman swipes, you name them. They come to $1 million worth of game because we move the needle. I don't let nobody allow to use my brand with their brand. What do you get from going to these parties except for a picture? I don't even smile with you if you ain't worth 500 million or more. Let's be for real. The only smiling they do is when the billionaires in the picture. Look at all these broke.
Yeah.
So that was.
He said you ain't better. You ain't no better than Meek Mill, gang.
Gilly had made on his podcast, and he is somebody who has, I believe he might have, I don't know if he's previously been critical of Jay-Z too much. He is from Philly. However, Gilly, he's somebody that took recognition with the cancellation of the annual Rock Nation brunch that used to be hosted for many, many years. It was like the white party, but for hip hop. And it was kind of this rite of passage. And Jay-Z would respond to him.
What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm mauling you. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up.
Like, bro, the reason why I don't like this freestyle is because when you really look up all the bars and stuff like that, it like contradicts each other, or it's like hypocritical. Like, nigga, you ran the brunches though. And then when people started getting their names brought up with the feds and all that, and they start getting locked up, you canceled it. You ain't canceled it for the people, bro. Come on, dog.
It's gonna cost you a fee to even say my name.
It's probably the hardest bar in the whole freestyle.
Jay-Z would also address
Ye,
Jaguar Wright, and Dame Dash.
Oh my God, let's get into it, bro.
Y'all trying to get underskin? I really get underskin. Ask unharmed players. Y'all thumbs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones in.
I guess OG rules don't apply, but I don't understand why you mentioning people who aren't even rappers. They ain't that the rules that y'all set for Drake. Y'all said y'all can you over here mentioning Charlemagne, or who else was it that isn't a rapper? Khaled, Metro Boomin, but yeah, you can mention Jaguar Wright and Gilly. Gilly a songwriter, dog. If you want to get a move, I'm pretty sure you could, but it ain't gonna do nothing. But it ain't gonna move nothing either. But I'm just saying, bro. All Jaguar gonna do is go do more interviews.
I need a new therapist. This is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that
y'all painted Nicki to be crazy, but now all of a sudden you the crazy one with the loose screws now. The one who was well collected all this time and had no problems and stuff like that, he just brushed it off, and now it's, oh, I'm crazy. But yeah, y'all, that's how you want to frame Kanye. Okay. But I don't know the gangsta Jay-Z back in the day, yo. You used to be poking niggas. I ain't gonna lie. So it's a little different.
Introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Oh, his own stage though.
This
It's
is
crazy.
in reference to Ye saying some of the most disrespectful, heinous things you could ever say about somebody's children, especially somebody that was so close to you, like Jay. Somebody that's never spoken on your kids or your situation. I believe didn't he even show up to Ye's wedding, knowing damn well that marriage was not going to last. And the diss was
that's his man
saying that the children of Jay-Z were slow, and that's why nobody's seen them, and they have developmental issues. Now, the bars on here are so cold, man. Like, he's talking
Barb's
about,
gotta
you're no
chill.
Maniac. I think
they posting pictures.
I don't think there's such a thing as...
They posting pictures of the kid in the pool with the fam and all that. Like, you doing a little too much, bro. That's... Chill. Kids be off limits, bro. Y'all said it when Cardi B did it with Nicki. Y'all didn't like that. Y'all bring up them, you know what I mean? Like, I know y'all ruthless for real, but chill. Y'all gotta chill with that, bro.
As reading too much into Jay-Z tweets, because when I'm thinking you're no maniac, I'm considering him potentially talking about Kid Cudi, and Kid Cudi being a little bit crazy, and he's had, I think,
if I had my car blown up, I would be too.
Theme. There was a theme of Maniac with Kid Cudi, but also when he says, "Watch how sane he acts in my presence," they shrink, and he's putting his hand down. So not only is he saying Ye is short, which is an insecurity that Ye has talked about in the past, but saying, "Oh yeah, you know, he'll take the consolation for being the biggest in the world," and that's also something why he consistently talks about his third leg, let's call it that, and how quote unquote big it is. I think it's leaked. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but he's talking about his height, but he's also talking about shrink in terms of the therapist, somebody that has mental issues. They're gonna go see a shrink. That was like, I don't know if it was ever a medical term, colloquial term, but somebody seeing a shrink was a therapist. And he talks about get under your skin, ask how I'm playing. This was a stabbing incident that Jay-Z had maybe 2 decades ago at a club where somebody disrespected him. He stabbed him. And this is why I love Jay-Z, man, is because he is ice cold, calculating, damn near emotionless. Like, we've never seen Jay-Z make an emotional decision in public like many others in terms of Ye. And he talks about him having no shame. So this is a diss. I think this diss is deserved by Ye. The things that he said, I said,
I'll give him that. When you mention the kids and family,
and he's not trying to hear that whole crazy talk. So there's that. And then Nicki Minaj also catches some disses.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them.
Bringing up MAGA. We all know about Desiree Perez. I can say the name. I ain't got no clout for real. I ain't got no emotion yet. We getting there though. So I'm gonna say it. Yeah. Don't think we forgot about Desiree Perez, bro. When you talk about MAGA, y'all tied in. You got him pardoned by him, boy. But that's. Come on, gang. But we gotta hear him out though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be unbiased.
You try to break the government. I framed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again.
So Nicki Minaj, I would say, has been at the forefront.
Yeah,
of
she been popping it too. I ain't gonna lie.
Jay-Z, CEO of Rock Nation, Desiree.
She been cool off Twitter, gang. Don't get it started.
Because her husband's name is Kenneth Petty, but she's Barbie, and Barbie has his Ken.
I'm standing behind
her
his woman like a baddie.
Ken doll. And then they talk about the kid. I mean, you could say like, yo, it's too far to talk about a kid. Nicki stans will probably say that, but the level of disrespect that Nicki Minaj has levied towards Jay-Z is insane. And some people will say, hey, that's justified for how crazy or dirty he did her. Listen, that's all well and good, but to say that he can't reply in this way, come on now. He says a rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans. She's been aligned a little bit more leaning towards MAGA. She's talked about certain she's just linked up with Elon Musk, number one, and number two, she's been outspoken
more
on that
good,
front.
though. I ain't gonna lie. She look
has
good though.
made himself known to be on the opposite opposite end of whatever that is. And I think the shots came from the very top of the government, is this narrative that Jay-Z's trying to push about how now he's going against the big bad government. Like in the beginning, like Jay-Z always has to align himself as throwing stones alongside the people. He always has to do this, because if he's not doing that, you're going to realize, wait,
for the people, bro.
He's all the way up top. But then there's the Drake diss.
My net worth went up again.
Yeah, tread lightly, buddy.
The jig is up. I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Look up the hole. I never looked up to them.
Now with this one, it's kind of like, okay, cool. The bar was cool, I guess. In response to the what is it? Make him cry? Oh no, it's Janice, right? Okay. Shut up, Janice, STFU. Me personally, can you really, Lil Boy Drake, money wise, okay, cool, but overall, I don't think so. Okay, I know you Jay-Z, and you're like here when it comes to the industry. You know what I'm saying? You up there. You like the elites, right? But let's not act like Drake not the boy right now. You feel me? He's number one right now. Last time I checked, from 98 to 2012, you was never number one. You was the guy, not the guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't really Lil Boy him because he got his bill off of music. You got your bill off of fabric. I mean, other business ventures and stuff like that, not this music game. So, come on, dog.
Yeah, Drake. Got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them.
Yo, this audio is just trash.
So this is part of The Jig Is Up. I think that was a line on Janice, STFU. And this has been a cold war going on, no pun intended, between Drake and Jay for a very long time. And he's talking about the chart positions. This is more of a business thing than it is anything personal, if I had to guess, between Drake and Jay. And it's a legacy battle because, and also keep in mind, Jay-Z put Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. If you don't think that was a diss to Drake, let's be real here. Come on now. This is as obvious
the
as
main
it gets,
one who has
finally talking
the authority to put people in the Super Bowl.
Them crackers got your publishing checks. Hey, he said he's workers. Drake has even said, when it comes to Live Nation, he said he is a servant to Live Nation. Now, a little bit of the macro. This circles back to academics announcing earlier this year that we were going to see a miracle of a PR run from none other than Jay.
This is the year Jay-Z changes the narrative. This is going to be
He's never wrong, bro. Like, come on, dog.
I told you, the 30-year anniversary was a good reason to do all this. Man, Jay-Z's 70. He could have done this any other year, but the timing made sense. It's a good, and I'm telling you, what Jay-Z's preparing for. Watch, they're going to clip this, and I'm going to be right again.
Is he dropping another album?
Announce a new product. Jay is going to roll out a new product, but he has to do a lot of PR first to remind you why you love him. Wait, y'all. Y'all know y'all love me?
That's crazy, bro.
From Marcy Projects. Slide on me. I'm still one of y'all. And then after we buy back into that, he's going to sell us a product for the ages. Trust. Jay got one more finesse in him. One more. This is going to be the play of all plays. I don't know what it is yet. And there's a possibility, if this rollout doesn't completely erase from people's minds all of this bad press he's gotten, that they will just say, yo, Jay, you'll be a part of it, but you got to do it like the NFL halftime show. You're behind it, but you're not the face of it. You see, when the NFL halftime show get announced, Jay don't got to get on stage and explain why. He don't got to put out stage. He can just chill back, but he controls it. It's going to happen. Watch. Nevertheless, you know, when it comes to that, I'm never like upset at Jay. You know, for me, I read him like a book. And I think as a capitalist, if people have blind belief in you like that, like, I kind of like how Jay-Z move a little bit. I keep saying my favorite thing is when he calls up the media personalities and checks their ass like, yo, what you say about, yo, get back online and clear that up.
Did he do that to you, though?
Yo, when I seen that who love dropping like 4-syllable words, he backed you. Yo, I'm so sorry, Jay-Z. I should have never said so. Got him. But it's all good. I don't hate Jay. What else is going on?
And keep in mind, there were a lot of people that got caught strays. Like, you got Gilly catching it, Jaguar Wright, Dame Dash,
But why not?
Oshino,
He been talking too.
who's like a very small rapper. Everybody was getting shots, but Academics didn't. And Academics is Drake's right-hand man.
Word.
So I think the fact that Jay didn't take shots at Academics is...
That's some stuff we gotta watch out for, gang. Cause it's like he's like, don't even. I ain't even worried about you. I got something for you. I got a treat for you. Like, I mean, it's a little bit. For me,
the diss towards Academics, because Academics talks about this PR run, and then this is what Jay-Z has been doing since that. Academics, you could use the word predicted, whatever the case may be. He got a heads up on it. And on March 17th, it would be announced that Drake was going to be the headliner for the Roots Picnic in Philly, May 30th and 31st, which is an event that Academics either last year or the year before had a podcast set up on. And then people made fun of him because like 10 people showed up, but it was because Uzi was performing at the same time. So just keep this in mind for where I think he's taking digs at Academics. But this is a little bit of a reach. I will be honest about that. It's an Elastigirl type of reach. It's a Rubber Band Man type of reach. And then the next day, March 18th, they would announce, Rock Nation, 2 stadium shows at Yankee Stadium, New York, on July 10th, which was the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, and on July 11th, which would be the 25th anniversary of The Blueprint. And these, of course, they were going to sell out. Dude, Jay-Z doing a show, that's a no-brainer. And then on March 24th, they would add a 3rd show for July 12th, and they would call it Extra Innings. So now we've got Jay performing for the first time in a very long time. That would be Roots Picnic. And then
this is gonna open up mad doors for him to just start doing promo at each show, just giving little jabs here and there each time. This is gonna keep people going, you know what I'm saying? And it's stuff like this is where people like forget everything that's been going on with his name dropping the past 3 years, gang. All the stuff that he's been connected to and all the allegations and stuff is all gonna be forgotten just because he back on tour and it's, I haven't seen Jay in a mad long, you know what I'm saying? His music, distraction. All right, buddy, I'm telling you now.
Private screening
been saying that
the day before that, but then comes the interviews.
And they're going to eat it up. My homeboy already eating it up.
On GQ. He's not going to get interviewed by a Gayle King or a legitimate journalist, somebody that's going to give the questions that are going to not stump up Jay-Z, but are going to put him in an uncomfortable position.
You know,
so
Jay-Z
he does a
PR
GQ
train.
Cover story in April. And in this interview, he talks about having a tough year. The Tony Busby lawsuit, if you guys recall, he got some crazy accusations alongside Diddy of this fake story of like some 13-year-old girl, and this was running rampant last year. And he would come out and stomp on the guy's neck. Like, he would attack these. He was forced to make a public statement, which is something that Jay-Z almost never does. And then he would sue Tony Busby and spend a ton of money on that guy. And he even says in that interview, he says, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense. Keep in mind, last year
let's get to the nitty gritty, bro. Let's get to the real stuff. The real question is why you address everything except for your name getting redacted, buddy. Them island hopping bars was skipped over, gang. Nigga said somebody at the island bars, you talking about, you got contracts with the white people. I know, yo. Like, come on, bro. What's up? Like, what we talking about, bro? Let's talk about something for real,
So something that happened was he was trying to bring a casino to Times Square. There was this battle for bringing a casino and talking about a bunch of businesses. It was a huge business move that fell through for Jay. And Nas was also on the other side of that, and I believe he got licensed to bring a casino. I think it's going to be in Queens, something like that, but Nas ended up winning that one. And then we had a New York Times magazine, which was several weeks later, New York Times interview, where they did a deep dive into his songwriting. It was part of the 30 greatest living American songwriters. That was the feature. And funny enough, in that interview, he says, and I quote, in the GQ interview, not the New York Times one, I don't think rap battles should be a part of the culture anymore. It's not healthy. We've seen what it can lead to. I think we should move past that. Just like he said, I think we should move past kneeling when it came to Colin Kaepernick. And he linked up with Roger Goodell, I believe the NFL commissioner, and he ended up benefiting off of everything that Colin Kaepernick had to sacrifice. So now it was about rap beefs. After putting Kendrick Lamar on to the Super Bowl and having the most widely highly viewed Super Bowl halftime show of all time because of the beef. Now he says, yeah, we can move past beefing now and rap. And I would say on X that he needs to clout chase off of Drake in this situation to make sure that his rollout hits, because it hasn't been hitting. And I covered this about maybe less than a month ago on how it was being a gigantic failure.
So circling back to why I think this Jay-Z thing is a disaster. Jay-Z is doing this rollout as if it's 2017. And that was what you did back then. Like, remember when Drake was rolling out his album, he did that Rap Radar interview, and that just became like everybody, that was the topic of conversation, that Rap Radar interview. We got to hear what he has to say. Everybody's analyzing it, watching it over, all of that. With the recent Jay-Z interviews, it hasn't been that. Like, everything didn't stop to interpret what Jay-Z said and to break down the whole interview. And he's doing the same model, but things have changed. You look at the average person, the average consumer, like Jay-Z fans, the real big Jay-Z fans, they're probably watching the full interview, maybe, but they're probably not. But Jay-Z is trying to reach the majority. That's why he's doing a press run. You want to reach casuals, you want to reach people that have heard of you, know of you, and them to hear what you want to say. And where is everybody consuming now? Everybody is consuming short form. You've got the average person, they're scrolling on Facebook Reels, they're scrolling on IG Reels, they're scrolling on TikTok, they're just scrolling short form content. And what are people going to clip? Jay-Z is famous enough that people will clip his short form content. But what is the sentiment around Jay-Z publicly? It's a negative sentiment. So they're not going to snip Jay-Z comments of him looking good or saying things that are cool that could go viral, because that is possible. Headlined in the right way, you could make stuff that Jay-Z is saying look great, and you can make him look great. But the majority of people, they're like, yo, here's Jay-Z saying this little snippet, and it's negative. And that is what people are going to remember the interview by, because they're not even watching the full interview. And what his team should have done is they needed a modern strategy, which is they themselves need to have a narrative that they want to be received by the general public, and then they need to invest in clippers.
Man, you need to do it the modern way, gang. I understand you're 70 years old and you're not with the times, you're with the old way. You know what I'm saying? This is your old way of doing things, is of starting controversy, but gang, you gotta get to these streamers, gang. Like everybody else, you gotta get to these streamers, bro. Pick somebody who's hip hop heavy. I would say somebody that's more in your favor. I'm not gonna say no YouTube reactors. I don't consider them. They don't count. You got to get somebody that's big, dog. Like I would say go for gotta go for Belu and Zias. You feel me? Or you could do a podcast interview with what's his name? Mazza, the Mazza effect or something like that. I mean, that'll be a good one. You already got Kelsey doing interview and all that. The other interviews with, you know what I mean? I feel like that will go. The Manza effect or something like that. Something like that. You know what I'm talking about. The one that interviewed Kelsey. That could go. Cause then that was getting clipped heavy. Mad people was in tune for that. You already know Teen Toy was in tune for that. Barbs was in tune for that. Everybody was in tune for that. So I feel like that would work. You could do there's a whole bunch of stuff, bro, but to get clipped, exactly. But you gotta stop by these streamers, gang. You gotta pick a streamer, dog, that resonates with you, gang. Closest.
See that narrative, and then they pay them based off of performance. That is an absolute
just not
must,
Neon though, or Aiden,
because everything is working against them.
So the whole point is that Jay-Z, this isn't for his fans. Like people are like, man, he sold out the show. Nobody disputes that a Jay-Z could sell out the show. But all of these moments, he expected the GQ interview, the New York Times interview, those things to spread all across the internet to make this topic of not conversation that what everybody's focusing on within hip hop, and that was not the case. Like in the Epstein files, when they reference Jay-Z, they say that guy has a hold and is dominant on a subsector of American culture. And if you want to tap into that, you go to him. That's what he's known for. So the fact that he wasn't able to do that means that his power has loosened a bit. And How does he get that power back? By dissing now. So now he hops in the beef and just starts taking shots at all of these people. And lo and behold, that's what gets him talked about, because Jay doesn't want to be talked about by his own fans. They will always talk about him. He wants to be the main topic of conversation for everybody in hip hop. And he threw everything else at the wall, and it didn't work out with that traditional rollout that he was trying to do from 2018. I would say even up until 2022, 2023, that would have worked out. But nowadays, that's not working out. And now this clearly worked. And it's a week before he's going to do his performances at Yankee Stadium. Man. And I can imagine we might be getting a song now. We might be getting new music. We didn't know that new music was coming out.
But then I want him to.
This doesn't indicate that new music is coming out. But this freestyle is clearly pre-written. And, some people will say, well, Jay-Z freestyles all his own stuff. You guys know what I mean.
Bro.
It's prepared. Before he showed up, he already knew that he was going to do this. He had done it in rehearsal, and he had memorized the lines that he was going to deliver. And as a spectator, as an enjoyer of this, I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. It was enjoyable, but it doesn't take the fact away that Jay-Z is vicious, ruthless, and a hypocrisy, somebody that doesn't stand for anything but himself and his family, which you have to respect. But the
your family part,
his
cool.
Fans and the people that deride him are so just delusional, have the wool above their eyes, that they believe he's some savior that's going to bring them into the promised land. And
Facts,
for that, you just have to chuckle.
Bro, literally, my homeboy is telling me, because I never been a fan of Jay-Z. Mind you, I'm saying I never been a fan of him. That don't mean I didn't listen to him. I had no choice, dog, because anytime I listened to him, it was mostly, I listened to all his albums, to be honest with you. It was cool. But I'm just saying, you feel me? He never, I don't know, something about his delivery is just, I'm more of a Biggie. I'm saying I like Biggie. 50 Cent. But man is just telling me I can't be a fan of hip hop. No, I can't be a fan of hip hop without Jay-Z, brother. Now, get it out your mouth, bro, because you're doing too much, gang. It's almost like an overrated conversation. He's never, like I said, he's never been the guy, bro. From 98 to 2012, he never been a guy, bro. There's always, you pick a year out of those years, and I name somebody who had him wiped down, bro. Come on, dog. So to say that is kind of a stretch, and we can back that up with stats, all that. You want to go bar for bar with not bar for bar, but you want to go toe to toe with Drizzy. You can say, oh, Jay ain't need all that streaming stuff. It's different now, brother. Drake been the man before streaming, and he's the man after it. It's even harder to get sales now, nigga. So let's not do that. You ain't had no choice but to sell physicals, gang. It's like I said with the Mike Jack thing. You ain't had no choice but to buy Michael Jackson album if you wanted to hear something. Unless you wanted to hear it on the radio, you had to call it to call it in. If you couldn't call in, go to the club and hear it. If you didn't go to the club and hear it, like I said, radio, but that's it. There was no phones where you could just listen to it on your own. You buy the cassette tape or the CD and you just get it popping like that. To listen to the album. You ain't had no choice back then. But we can do numbers before streaming too with Jay-Z compared to Drake. Let's do that. Because he outsold majority of the albums, you know what I'm saying, before streaming. But that's for a different conversation. We're going to end it there. That being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all comment down below. Leave y'all thoughts. Hit the subscription box below. The bell to the side for Notice Squad. Like it up. Hype it up. Locked in. Let's get it.